The LLMs that are out on the market are fairly easily jailbreakable. They're the last, I think O1 GPT put out was, I think they had 9 days with the safety team, and there was a lot of criticism of that. And it came out, and sure enough, it was easily jailbreakable. And I sat in a session on safety where, in excruciating and terrifying detail, it explained how to create a mass casualty event that would kill 10,000 people in New York. And that's a product that's out on the market today, right? So it's not so much what AI would do to us, it's what we will do with AI. And these tools are not being managed effectively. So I guess the concern out there, at least people who are thinking about AI safety, and this isn't talking about replacement, which of course I think there's a lot of people who are worried about how quickly that AI will replace jobs and how difficult that period of adjustment will be, right? I think you're right. Eventually we get to like, how do we manage having cars on the road, right? How do we make sure that people aren't selling snake oil, right? So we've got our FDAs and we've got our EPAs and we've got our, um, transportation safety agencies and so on. But we're not there yet. And it seems like the technology is moving so much faster than our regulatory environment. How do we adjust through this phase? What do we need to be doing right now, I guess, to play catch up with the tools that are already out there and get ahead of what could be, I guess, potentially even more catastrophic if, as you say, we'd love to keep all of these technologies out of the hands of weapons manufacturers or people that would do us harm. But it doesn't seem like we're doing a very good job of that today.
First of all, it sounds like you have done a lot more policy research than I have on this front. I'm trying to figure out an example of a real harm that has been happened. I do agree with you that this is a very powerful technology. I absolutely agree with you that the issue is in the humans, not in the technology itself. It's a double-edged sword, but who uses the sword, right?
Mhm.
People wield the sword, and so from that point of view, I think the responsibility, we have to have responsible measures on humans. For example, in terms of what was your example of mass
Mass casualty event?
mass
Yeah.
casualty event? Okay, first of all, that's just unthinkable. That capability has existed in human society for many generations through any form of technology that bad actors can use. By words of mouth, by books, by internet, by social media, now by AI. So I think this is a continuum of efforts we have to use. I'm trying to draw this longer line, not to defend AI per se, is to give a longer historical view that tension of preventing bad actors to do bad things no matter how and what has been the tension of our society. So I think it is important to recognize some part of AI technology might lower the bar for making that happen. In the meantime, the same technology can be used to increase our vigilance. For example, to be able to increase security measures through AI. That's very important as well. So it's a nuanced topic, Don. We need to be vigilant. In many cases, we need regulatory measures like seatbelts and speed limits. But we actually need people who are doing this kind of regulatory work to understand what this technology is. Because if they don't understand it, the kind of measure, even if it's well intended, will be mistargeted. And it might not actually mitigate the actual risk, but hurt the development of this technology. So all I'm saying is, let's have the right people doing this, technologists need to participate, or our policymakers and lawmakers need to be educated in what this technology is so that they can make the right policy moves.